You know when you read a word in a book and you sort of hear that word in your head?
Uh-huh.
How do they get the sounds into the ink to make it play in your head?
Well,
he's just staring, and they cut him off at well. Welcome back, guys, to another fun MWAH React. Today I'm reacting to Philomena Cunk for the first time. Now, honest to God, so here's the thing. Documentaries, really cool, very informative. But I thought she did legit documentaries. When I found out that they were mockumentaries, oh my God, it was fantastic. So guys, get comfy, get ready for my first time reacting to Philomena Cunk.
How many three wise men were there?
Who knows?
I don't understand bread sauce.
It's a great way of making a really savoury sauce.
Bread and sauce are two completely different things, aren't they?
Well, they are, but you can grind the bread down and then cook it in milk to make a really good sauce.
It just looks like sort of. When Henry died, Edward became king, aged just 9 years old.
She's so real.
Edward
She's
died
so real
aged
for that.
15, the youngest anyone had ever died of old age. When you teach a kid Shakespeare, do their heads grow physically bigger?
no.
Startled at dinner by the unexpected appearance of Banquo's ghost, played here for some reason by the letter H.
Which of you have done this?
But what was so great about Henry VIII? Why
At
is he
least
the king we all still remember, unlike, say, Richard V? Well, for one thing, he was fat, so he takes up more room in the memory.
Oh, the Andromeda Galaxy is going to hit us.
The Andromeda Galaxy, a whole
Wow, is that how it works? If I take up more physical space, I also take more mental space. That's amazing.
The Andromeda Galaxy is going to hit us.
The Andromeda Galaxy, a whole galaxy is going to hit us.
Yeah. On about the same time scale, actually.
So could we fall down a black hole?
The
You
stress.
could fall into one.
Is that the same? Because I heard that you could be, if, you know, this is one way that the world could end, is that we're all just sucked off through a hole. I mean, that must be terrible. Can you imagine what it would feel like to be sucked off through a hole?
Yeah.
Back in Queen...
You guys, look at me. Can you imagine what it would be like to get sucked off through a hole? 10 out of 10. She invited.
In Victorian times, women weren't allowed to vote, even though we had a female king. So some women formed a gang called the Suffragettes. 1 in 20 people has been a victim of crime, which means that 19 out of 20 people are criminals. No wonder we need police.
Damn!
Over the centuries, many things have
Just
been
look
used
around
as
like...
money, including amber, wheat, eggs, traveller's checks, feathers,
I'm
book
sorry.
vouchers, lobsters, beads,
That's just
gold,
how it works.
leather, nectar points, rice,
Nectar
peas, mugs and money. It was only the last of these that caught on. It's almost unbelievable that before Charles Darwin invented evolution in 1859, no one had ever evolved. Without him, none of us would be here today, except in the form of fossils or gibbons. This is the National Theatre. It's designed to look so horrible that people are glad to be inside watching boring plays.
Oh my God.
Today, Britain stands
Amazing.
at a fork in its crossroads, and its people are asking questions. Now we've got our country back. What actually is it? Who are we? And why? You know when you read a word in a book and you sort of hear that word in your head?
Uh-huh.
How do they get the sounds into the ink to make it play in your head?
Well,
She wrote...
He's just staring, and they cut him off at well. I'm sorry, that killed me because she's so legit.
The world to an end will come in 1881.
Oh my God.
A claim which has recently been debunked by experts through a careful process of looking around and seeing the world still here. Today, some people choose to turn the outside of their homes into a giant advent crown.
It's so
a
dumb.
jolly house covered in electric lights may be expensive and use a lot of power.
We recently looked around and realized the world is still here. Wheezed like a broken squeak. It's so dumb. Why is this funnier than season 4 of Doctor Who? Why God, why? Dude, I still need to watch. I think I only got to like season. Wait. 3 or 4? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I gotta rewatch it. Listen, every single time we do a react day, I'm like, oh my god, why have I not watched more of their stuff? But hey, then these wouldn't exist. They wouldn't, you know?
But it's the perfect way to cheer up a world worried about climate change and dwindling resources. Queen Elizabeth I got a crown screwed on here in Westminster Abbey.
How do you get the sounds from the ink to play in your head?
It was in this ship Drake became the first person to circumcise the globe, which is probably why this sort of ship is called a clipper. People genuinely believed witches were amongst them, their fear fueled by leaked photos like this. Did an explorer ever try to sail into the sky? You know, find a bit of sea that's sort of going up and...
No.
We're often told to feel sorry for those who are alone at Christmas.
I think the expert people don't know that she's because they look really upset. Excuse me? Leaked photos? Oh my. Recently daughters. No. He like is disgusted.
We're often told to feel sorry for those who are alone at Christmas. But these days, that's all of us. And it's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Nelson always have one hand up his jumper. What was he doing up there?
He'd lost most of his right arm, so...
The pagans celebrated the solstice by cutting down holly and ivy and dragging it into their...
Did we just see the first drawing owned by... Oh, 100. 100. And they were beautiful. They were beautiful. And that's where it all started. That travel as well on land, sea, and air. Wait, really? I feel like my mind is slowly turning to mush. Don't worry, you'll get there soon and then you'll be like me. Suddenly disconnects.
Homes, along with a giant Yule log which they'd set fire to. It sounds rubbish, but with no app store to speak of, killing trees and plants was as good as entertainment got. Even at Christmas.
Damn!
Despite being the stuff of nightmares, Santa is the world's most popular home intruder. But at Christmas 1914, there was a brief ceasefire. The fighting stopped.
What is this about shit peas?
And joined together in a place called No Man's Land, showing that even at moments of peace, men will still divide into two sides and try to beat one another.
What is that? Ma'am? Thank you again, guys, for another fun react. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you are a YouTube member, please consider joining the Discord. We actually have a special section for you guys where you can suggest reacts. So I'll put that in the description below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much to this month's patrons. You guys are seriously the best. If anyone else would like to be
immortalized
into this video, please consider checking out my Patreon. And here are my other socials. Thank you, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.